to defend their land. Athens was stronger than the Persians. Greece went to pieces over the Persian War. The odds were stacked against them, just like Odysseus 1,000 years before. Who conquered all he saw, the Grecian heroes rose. Greece fell to pieces over the Persian War. The odds were stacked against them, just like Odysseus 1,000 years before. Who conquered all he saw, the Grecian heroes rose once more.
Welcome, my friends. Come on inside. Enter and take a look at all these wonderful pots and vases. Pardon? Why, you ask? These aren't just ornaments and decorations. Each vase tells a tale, and each pot is a living storybook. What's that? You don't believe me? Just come inside and see for yourselves.
Oh, I do like this one of Perseus and the Medusa.
No, I think it might be a little frightening for the children, dear.
Hey, Mom, can we have this one with the Minotaur on?
I really don't know you've seen all those monsters.
But, Mom!
I'm sorry, but that's the end of it. And will you stop staring at all those rude pictures?
It's only the goddess Aphrodite, dear. It's educational.
Not going on my table, that's for sure.
Wow, look at this one of Hercules. He's a hunk.
Yes, it is quite rather fetching, isn't it?
What, she can have the one with Hercules on it, but I can have the one with the Minotaur?
That's enough, son. Come on in, there's something for everyone in Peter's stall. Way before the cinema or satellite dishes, people looked at pictures stored inside their kitchens, painted on rocks. People fly Walt Disney brought us Mickey's caper
Athenians in their lovely white frocks.
Yes, it's enough to make you sick.
Why can't they be tough and manly like us?
Neanderthals would stop staring at us. Yes, they really are quite gruesome.
All brawn and no brain.
I suppose it's because they're trained to be soldiers from childhood.
I believe that even the girls are encouraged to fight and play sports. It can't be good for them, all that leaping and running around.
Here they go again. The Athenians and Spartans are always bickering. The only time they're not fighting each other is when they're at war with the Persians. In fact, a few years ago, the Persians even joined forces with the Spartans to defeat us. Now we have to put up with the Spartans all the time.
Just because we beat you.
Oh, go back to Sparta, will you, ignorant savages?
Oh, come on, girls. Give us a song and dance.
Ooh, yes, after 3.
At least we know what comes after 3.
Hey, will you cut it out? This fighting is no good for business, you know? That's the Athenians and Spartans for you. Mind you, they're not the first neighbors to squabble, and they won't be the last. Here, look at this. This shows the ancient story of Theseus and the Minotaur. It happened thousands of years ago at the time of King Minos of Crete. There he is. Look into the pot and watch as the story unfolds.
The Athenians weigh heavily for murdering my son Androgeus. Each and every year, 7 Athenian men and women shall be sent into my maze beneath my palace, where they shall be killed and eaten by the Minotaur.
But father, why such cruelty? Even if they should escape the creature, they will be lost forever and starve to death.
Exactly, my daughter. Now leave me alone. I must prepare for our guests.
Theseus, my son, I'm old and weak. If I refuse to send these people as a sacrifice, Miles will attack and destroy Athens, and many more lives will be lost.
But father, I cannot watch this happen every year. I will go with them and defeat this creature.
No, Theseus. The Minotaur is half man, half bull. He will tear you to shreds.
But father, I must go. If I am victorious, I will change the sails of my ship from black to white so you will know that I am safe.
Farewell, my brave boy.
So, you have agreed to give your lives in exchange for the lives of your people. Then, my brave friends, who shall be first?
I should like to be first if you don't mind. Ariadne, daughter of Minos, what do you want of me?
Theseus, I am here to help you. If you promise to take me back as your bride, I will give you the sword and tell you how to return from the maze.
Then it is agreed.
Take this string and unwind it as you enter the labyrinth. The string shall guide you back to safety.
Thank you, Ariadne. Now I must go.
Farewell, and may Athena go with you.
I thought I had to go alone.
Oh, never mind. Just get on with it. Theseus, awaken. Awaken, Theseus. Well, you get out of bed, you lazy boy!
Who are you?
I am Athena, goddess of wisdom, crafts, and war.
And apparently goddess of early morning alarm calls. What do you want?
I have come to tell you that you will defeat the Minotaur, but you must break your promise to Ariadne and refuse to marry her.
But what will I tell her? That I was supposed to dump her in a vision by a god?
Not by a god, a goddess. Anyway, it's nothing she hasn't heard before. Aw, Snea. I suppose it's time for me to go. Farewell.
Bones. This must be the Minotaur's lair. Here, bully bully! My goodness, it's bigger than I ever imagined.
Now old King Minos kept a feast to avenge his murdered son, and every year treated him to a feast of 14 Athenians. Now Theseus sought to end this dread. He couldn't wait around to watch the monsters fed, and Ariadne helped as long as they were fed, and that was how the demons
the shore where he had been, and very soon came upon the mist, the finest thing that he ever seen.
Minotaur was fierce and strong, but Theseus was ready, and before too long, the monster was defeated. So we learned this song of Theseus and the Minotaur.
Do you see the little light? Theseus, my hero.
Ah, Ariadne, we've got to talk. Oh, just one sad note to end with. When Theseus returned in all his excitement, he had forgotten to change the sails of his ship from black to white. His poor father, thinking his son dead, threw himself over the cliff.
Oh my.
We Athenians are very proud of our culture. Take our great dramatists like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides, who are all dead. And then there's Aristophanes, who's not.
Hello, Peter. Spending all your time in this shack must make you a little potty, eh?
Would you believe he writes comedies? Good day, Aristophanes. What's up?
The opposite of down.
Do you get paid for writing jokes like that?
Oh, lighten up, Peter. It's comedy.
More of a tragedy, if you ask me. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I'd like to buy a Greek urn.
What's a Greek urn?
Oh, about 2 drachmas a week.
That's not funny.
You're telling me I can hardly pay the rent.
If you think you're gonna win the annual playwriters competition with humor like that, then you're living in cloud cuckoo land yourself.
That's an idea. Anyway, I'm off. I can't stand philosophers, and here comes Socrates and his psychic Plato.
Good day, gentlemen.
Is it?
Socrates, here's merely being polite.
Yes, young Plato, but what is politeness? You must learn to question everything. The unexamined life is not worth living. Now, how much is this pot?
I don't know, Socrates. How much is it?
Very good, my young fellow. We'll make a philosopher out of you yet.
I question everything, although I could be wrong. This is the #1 rule of the philosopher's song.
In Athens, we have found a place we all belong, a place where thinkers are welcome, like the brave and the strong. Each day I roam, we poets and writers are sad. We're not politicians, you don't need brains for that. In times of doubt, call out, I think, therefore I act. This is a place that we all
Athens, a place where all the great thinkers of the world can meet, exchange thoughts, and...
Cooking recipes?
I was going to say theories, actually.
Talking of great thinkers, here comes Hippocrates, the doctor.
A strange fellow if there ever was one. He has the idea that illness is caused by germs and not as punishment from the gods.
He simply examines the facts. If we are to learn, we must open our minds.
I think he must have opened his too long in the sun. How you doing, Hippo?
Please, I wish you wouldn't keep calling me that.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Dr. Hippo.
That's better. Just cut it out, that's all.
What is it you wanted to say, Hippocrates?
Gentlemen, since the death of Pericles, Athens has fallen into decay. I fear an end to this great civilization.
I know how you feel, Hippocrates. I ran for governor a few years back, but was put up by the kind people involved.
That was the reign of the 30 tyrants. I'm pleased it's over.
Gods bless you. That's a nasty cold you've got there.
Just a virus that's going around. I must remember to find a cure.
It's just a virus? That's what you always say.
Well, I should know I am a doctor. And besides, what can be done?
Take a pill.
Not about my cold, you twit, about our dear city.
The only advice I value comes from the Oracle at Delphi.
But Socrates, that's a long, dangerous journey for a man of your age.
Thanks, you always know the right thing to say. But it is a journey we must take, for the Oracle always speaks the truth, and false words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil.
Nice one. We shall go to Delphi to seek the wisdom of Apollo.
Hey, Asper, Germany will win the Olympic Games this year.
Fire burns my temple, a flame pure and sacred. An ancient spring, a laurel branch, the gods are awakened. You've been to the fountain by the walls of the temple. The priest recants all the ancient chants as the chosen ones assemble.
We want Apollo! We want Apollo! We want Apollo! We want Apollo!
Shut up and quit whining. You can't all go first.
It's an outrage. We've been waiting here for days and not a sniff.
Yes, it's very well taken. They're taking all our gifts and then just ignoring us.
Who are they anyways? They haven't even brought us a goat.
Why, these gentlemen are very famous scholars from Athens.
Well, at least they're from Athens and not provincial nobodies like us. I mean, we hate to stand in front of progress.
In fact, we'd hate to stand in this blooming queue any longer.
I'm going to the pub. You coming?
I'm going to Starbucks.
What do you ask of Apollo?
To know the fate of our great empire.
spoken. His words predict doom for Athens and Greece.
What do you mean? Where's the danger heading from?
From Macedonia, Apollo warns of a mighty warrior by the name of Alexander, son of Philip, who will rule a powerful empire stretching from Persia to Egypt. However, the gods tell of an even greater empire, from Rome, who will conquer all before them. They will worship different gods, destroy our temples, and the oracle will be silenced forever.
Then all we have achieved is wasted? What can be done?
The future, my friends, cannot be altered, but your achievements will be remembered by mankind forever. This I know.
Then we must go to Mount Olympus to seek the wisdom of the gods.
Oh, by the way, if you're going to the Olympic Games, will you put in 10 drachmas on that young Spartan warrior in the discus event for me?
Ooh! All right.
Well, it's a perk of the job.
What on earth are you doing here, Peter?
Call me an old sentimental, but I love the games, and I can sell my pots. Hey, where'd you get the popcorn?
Oh, I spent the money the Pythia gave me. Want some?
Yeah.
I'm bored. Who fancies a trip to the Temple of Zeus?
I hear it's pretty impressive. Hang on though, here come the wrestlers.
Go Athens!
That's it. Spartan won again. What are the odds?
Yes, I'm afraid they're rather good at bouncing victims off of the floor.
He's just upset because he's always being bullied by them down at the Agora.
Hey, look, isn't that Xenophon and Thucydides?
My name is Thucydides, and I am a historian, which isn't very easy because we have to write everything on clay tablets.
And my name is Xenophon. I was a pupil of Socrates until I was banished and joined the Spartan army.
Socrates, you
Wow.
must be so
Good
proud.
job.
We're going to the temple. We better hurry. I don't think I can sit through another chariot race.
True that. Let's go.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a story that'll turn your head. The great Socrates in a year will be dead. It's such a great pity after all you read. In 50 years or so the tables will turn. The Greeks were squabbling with the Yamala. Greece was in pieces when Macedonia came. There was a minority, champions and pieces were fighting all the same. Until Astratus, checks of Macedonia, ruled their game. The great Alexander conquered all he saw. He built a great empire from the spoils of war. He ruled Macedonia, but still wanted more. The Persian armies were no match for him. To Alexander he the people sing. Greece was in pieces when Macedonia came. How are the mighty fallen, rise like Odysseus in Alexander's name. And look at Romans, all the world shall know it. Greece was in pieces when Macedonia came. And while the mighty fallen, so rise like Odysseus in Alexander's name. That we can be the same, all the world shall know his name.
So there you go. Now you know what happened to ancient Greece. As the saying goes, some men are born great, others have greatness thrust upon them, while the rest just make pots about them. All right, I changed it around a bit, but you've got the idea. These guys and gods did some fantastic things, but who would have known about any of them without those pots of mine? Like all the great civilizations, Greece had its day, and although the world would never be the same, the Romans came, saw, and then conquered, and the rest is ancient history.
guys did a great job. Let's give them a big round of applause again. You know, I think in the grand scheme of things, only because I know the director kind of well, and this has been probably the least stressful program that we've had to do, because the kids were so creative coming up with their own costumes. And so because you guys were so creative and you did such a fantastic job, Monday is free dress for everybody. Yeah, for everybody. For everybody. Only for 6th grade. For everybody in the 6th grade. Because you guys really did a great job. We'd like to also acknowledge there's some students up in the back. Give them a big round of applause. They did a great job with the sound, lights. And Aiden over here on percussion, he did a great job. We especially want to thank Mr. Tom Ruff, because he put together our sound, and our sound now is pretty darn good. When you come down. I'd also like to bring up Annette Kelly, because she did our signs and got our props and our pots, and great help. Annette, come on up. I was across the street and saw all these Roman and Grecian columns being delivered the other day, and it just looks great. What a nice effect. We, of course, want to thank Mr. David Hayworth, because he did such a great job. You know, I do want to take a moment, because you know, when you have this many students, you want to have everybody feel connected, so they learn, so that they have fun. And Mr. Hayworth does a great job of making sure that everybody has something and feels connected to the ensemble, whether they're up here or back there, or doing props, being the roadie, setting up stuff. So thank you, Mr. Hayworth. It was a great show. I never learned history that way, so I always had to answer the questions in the back of the book, and it never really meant too much. But boy, this is a good way to remember history. Your wax museum and this, isn't it, boys and girls? You're going to remember ancient civilizations. Thank you, of course, to all of your parents for supporting the arts at Laurel Hall. As I tell you every time, there is such a wonderful correlation between what we can do as musicians and artists, and the way that we learn, and the way that we will, you know, decide to do things in our adult lives. So thank you for supporting all of our arts here at Laurel Hall. And I'm reminded that the students can take any of their props home with them this evening. We want to thank you very much for coming out tonight on this wet night. We're very proud of your children and so glad to be a part of their lives. Thank you so much for everything.